Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our topic, motivation, emotions, and moods in OB. We'll explore how understanding human behavior at work can help us create better, more productive environments. Over the next few slides, we'll cover key concepts about what drives us, how emotions influence our actions, and how moods affect workplace dynamics. Let's dive in and see how these elements shape organizational behavior. Welcome to our second slide, where we introduce organizational behavior, or OB for short. OB is all about understanding how people behave within organizations. It's a field that looks at the actions, attitudes, and interactions of employees in the workplace. The main goal here is to find ways to improve key aspects like productivity, which means getting more done efficiently. We also aim to boost job satisfaction, so employees feel happier and more fulfilled in their roles. And of course, employee engagement is essential. That's about making sure people are genuinely involved and committed to their work and the organization. All these focus areas are interconnected. When we understand behavior at work, we can create better environments that motivate people and help organizations succeed. So, as we go through this presentation, keep in mind that the core of OB is about understanding people to foster better workplaces and achieve our overall goals. Let's talk about motivation in organizational behavior. Motivation is essentially the internal drive that pushes individuals to achieve their goals. It's what gets us moving and keeps us going, especially when challenges arise. This internal drive doesn't just influence whether we put in effort, but also how persistent we are in pursuing our objectives. As a result, motivation has a direct impact on job performance, helping us understand why some employees excel while others struggle. Now, to better understand motivation, there are several key theories we can look at. First is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which suggests that people are motivated by a series of needs, starting from basic survival needs up to self-actualization. Then there's Herzberg's two-factor theory, which distinguishes between hygiene factors that can cause dissatisfaction and motivators that truly drive performance. Lastly, Vroom's expectancy theory explains how our expectations about outcomes influence our motivation. Basically, if we believe that our effort will lead to good performance and that performance will be rewarded, we're more likely to be motivated. All these theories help us see that motivation isn't just a vague concept. It's a complex interplay of needs, factors, and expectations that ultimately shape how we behave at work. Understanding motivation is crucial because it ties directly into how organizations can foster a more engaged and productive workforce. Let's talk about emotions in organizational behavior. Emotions are intense feelings that are triggered by specific events. They can really shape how we respond in the workplace. For example, you might feel joy after a successful project or recognition, which can boost motivation and team spirit. On the other hand, anger might surface after feeling unfairly treated, which can lead to conflicts if not managed properly. The key point here is that emotions have a significant impact. They influence our decisions, how we relate to others, and the way we behave overall. Understanding these emotional responses is essential because they directly affect the work environment and our interactions with colleagues. Recognizing and managing emotions effectively can help create a more positive and productive workplace. Now, let's talk about moods in organizational behavior. Moods are essentially low-intensity, long-lasting emotional states that we often experience throughout the day. They're not as intense as feelings, but can influence how we think and behave over time. There are two main types of moods to consider. First, positive moods, like enthusiasm or happiness, which tend to energize us and make us more open to collaboration. When you're in a good mood, you're more likely to come up with creative ideas and work well with others. On the other hand, negative moods, such as sadness or irritation, can have the opposite effect. They often reduce our performance and lower team morale. When someone is in a negative mood, it can dampen motivation and hinder effective teamwork. Understanding these moods is crucial because they directly impact workplace dynamics. A positive mood can boost productivity and innovation, while a negative mood can do the opposite. So, fostering a positive environment can really make a difference in overall organizational success. Now, let's talk about why this really matters in organizational behavior. First, when we focus on these aspects, it significantly boosts employee engagement and productivity. Engaged employees are more motivated and committed, which directly impacts overall performance. Next, it helps improve communication and teamwork within the organization. When everyone understands each other better, collaboration becomes smoother and more effective. Additionally, emphasizing these points plays a crucial role in conflict resolution. When communication is clear and relationships are healthy, conflicts can be addressed and resolved more constructively. Finally, supporting a healthy work environment isn't just about comfort. It's about fostering a space where employees feel safe, valued, and motivated to contribute their best. All these elements connect back to our overarching goal of creating a thriving, productive organization where everyone can succeed. So, as we wrap up, I want to emphasize that motivation truly drives action. When people are motivated, they're more likely to engage fully and perform at their best. It's a powerful force that shapes how we approach our work every day. Now, another key point is that emotions and moods play a significant role in this process. How we feel can influence our focus, creativity, and even our decision-making. Recognizing this helps us understand why some days we're more productive than others, and how our emotional state impacts our performance. Finally, by understanding these emotional and motivational factors, we can work towards creating better workplaces. When leaders and teams are aware of these dynamics, they can foster environments that support positive moods and intrinsic motivation. That's essential for building not just productive, but also healthy and engaging workplaces. All of this ties back to the overall theme of our presentation. Understanding the human side of work is crucial for improving performance and satisfaction. Thank you. Thank you all for your attention. I hope the presentation has given you a clear understanding of the key points we've discussed. Now, I'd like to open the floor for any questions you might have. Please feel free to ask anything. No question is too small or too big. Your feedback and curiosity are what help us dive deeper into these topics. Remember, this is all about making sure we're on the same page and that you leave with a solid grasp of the material. So, who would like to start?